Hey, everybody, this is Tea Time with the Diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. This tea time is dedicated to Tyrese, okay? I don't know. With Tyrese, I don't know if he finds trouble or trouble finds him. But if I wanted to, I could do a story on Tyrese every single day. It's always a situation with him. I feel like it's the same issue, but just a different situation. So his latest is he is suing Home Depot for $1 million. Said he faced discrimination while in their store, and he called the cashier Karen. Now we're going to get more into this Tyrese story right after this. All right, guys, I'm going to share screen and we're going to get right into the Tyrese situation. Okay. Thanks, TMZ. So Tyrese, $1 million Home Depot lawsuit. Video shows heated exchange with the cashier. So let's show part one of this heated exchange, and then we'll get into our thoughts after part two.
You please include that information. I was just there. I just walked. I was just in your store, ma'am. If you're going to talk to your manager, tell your manager the truth. I was just in the store and I gave my guys my credit card in front of your staff and team member and I walked off. Don't say that I'm not there with no ID. You can pull up the cameras. I was there 5 minutes ago. This is completely unnecessary, what you're doing right now. I'm not answering what?
Say. Do you have a pro account?
Ma'am, should I have the CEO of Home Depot to call you tomorrow?
Not the name dropping.
Because he's my neighbor. He's my neighbor in Atlanta. You want me to get the CEO of Home Depot to call you and tell you that this is unnecessary, what you're doing?
Yeah, my manager said that's fine.
Okay, tell your manager I was just in the store. Do you want to tell him that part?
He can hear you.
Okay, manager, what is his name?
Carlos.
Carlos. What's his last name?
That's not necessary.
What?
You work in Home Depot. You work in a public place. You're asking me for my first and last name. I'm giving it to you, Tyrese Gibson. And those guys are my designers and builders. And I was just in your store 5 minutes ago. And you're on the phone with me asking for ID and you're talking to the ID. I was just in your store. I understand policy, but you know you're being extra right now. Excuse me?
Credit card.
This is Tyrese Gibson. I was just in your store.
Store policy.
Okay, what is his last name? Store policy.
I'm not giving you the last name.
Okay, what is your name? What is your name?
My name's Aurelie.
Aurelie?
Yep, Aurelie.
And what's your last name?
I'm not giving you my last name.
I've never heard that before.
Okay, I like your bangs. You have a good night.
I like your bangs. He being so messy.
All right, Karen.
I'll go back.
Okay, Karen, take care.
I'll take a picture wherever I have a car.
Thanks, Karen. What time do they close, Manuel?
What time? Excuse me. What time you close the store? What time you close the store? 10 o'clock.
I'll be on my way.
Okay, so he asked what time the store closed, said he's on his way, and here go part 2 of the situation.
I walked up to this gentleman. I grabbed 2 candy bars.
Got it.
He scanned it.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, man, they're going to finish the rest of the transaction. They got my credit card, and I left.
Okay.
I did not pay for my 2 candy bars.
But you left the credit card to that person?
With them. I was just here with them, and this man just seen me. He scanned. Hold on, let me finish. He scanned my 2 candy.
Now you see the manager that comes out tells the girl, I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was already in the store, gave somebody, let them scan the 2 candy bars that he was getting, left the credit cards with the people, then left. Yeah, that changes the game. Like, this whole thing was insanity. And this time I'm going to give it to Tyrese. He was right. Now, is he doing 20 on 10 with all the extra? He absolutely is, but he was right. So let's finish hearing what he had to say.
Bars. I looked him in his face. They were finishing up the transaction, and I walked out of your store with 2 candy bars, no ID, and I didn't swipe my card to pay for it. And he let me leave. So then, as I left, sir, they're now here to finish the transaction because irregardless of who I am, I don't like getting attention. And I just started seeing people looking, and I was like, let me go ahead and work my way out. They've been coming here working with me. They work with me. I don't treat anybody less than. I treat everybody with respect. They've been working with me for 10 years. I have not been in this store in probably 6 years. So I'm asking the supervisor, who won't give me her last name, what is the store policy that you have in place that you're supposed to implement where I'm able to scan 2 candy bars and walk outside without my ID and without paying for it? And he let me leave. And I'm calling you on FaceTime to say if you have an ID problem and I don't have a pro account, you're looking at me on FaceTime and I'm telling you it's me. And then you're saying the policy is I got to come in here and show my ID. So why did your coworker let me leave with 2 candy bars with no ID and I didn't swipe a credit card? If that's your policy, that's what I'm asking. I don't have a racist bone in my body. And you know you got that racist energy all over you because you're not even willing to apologize, fix it, and point out the inconsistencies of what you know and your training and what the policies are. You're wrong. You're wrong. And I want your full name. And I'm going to reach out to the people who own this place, who is the CEO of Home Depot is my neighbor in Atlanta. Okay? So you don't have to give me your name. I'll figure it out. This is wrong. And people should not be treated this way. And if you got a policy and you reflect the policy of this place, then the policy should be consistent with everybody that works here. Okay? You don't care, right? Because you don't. He cares. That's why he came out. You're wrong. And I came here to tell you you're wrong, and you're not even willing to apologize.
Woo! Listen, the girl should apologize. Wholeheartedly, I'm with him on that 100%. This whole thing didn't have to go the direction that it did, a whole hot mess. And why didn't the other cashier speak up and say, listen, Tyrese was just in here. He scanned 2 candy bars and, then he left the cards with them so that they can pay. And he told me that's what he was going to do. So, you know what? Home Depot, because y'all don't get your people together and have things go right, now you're going to get sued. And if he don't get the million, he probably come darn near close, especially with this video footage. I mean, Tyrese could do the most. But in this case, I'm saying, you know what? He is right. So Tyrese Gibson wants $1 million from Home Depot because he believes the cashier racially profiled him, and his whole exchange with her, including a FaceTime call, was captured on video. The Fast and Furious actor just filed the lawsuit on Thursday, but the incident went down back in February at a Home Depot in LA's San Fernando Valley. In video shot by Tyrese Singh, the actor singer explains to the cashier that he had authorized his team members to use his credit card to complete a purchase, but the cashier wouldn't let them. Tyrese was not physically in the store at the time. He says he left because too many customers were recognizing him. So he left his team with his credit card. The problem for the cashier, as she repeatedly explained to Tyrese, who had FaceTimed her from home, is that she needed photo ID to go with his credit card, right? He told the cashier he was just in the store 5 minutes earlier and seems to be insinuating, you can see my face. You know it's me, Tyrese, right? When the cashier insisted she needed his ID, Tyrese did a little name dropping as he threatened, should I have the CEO of Home Depot call you tomorrow because he's my neighbor in Atlanta? The cashier never backed down, and Tyrese ended up going back to the store to complete the purchase, but not before having a lengthy standoff with the cashier and her manager. Now, see, my problem is, why didn't the other cashier say he was just in here with his people in the credit card and I let him go? As for the lawsuit, Tyrese says he's seeking $1 million because that's how much he estimates he spent at Home Depot over his lifetime. And he also wants punitive damages on top of that. So he wants cash, okay? Tyrese is like, show me the money. For its part, Home Depot says diversity and respect for all people are the core to who we are, and we do not tolerate discrimination in any form. We value Mr. Gibson as a customer, and in the months since this happened, we reached out to him and his attorney several times to try to resolve his concerns. We will continue to do so. It's unclear if Tyrese has discussed his grievances with his Atlanta neighbor. So listen, Tyrese, they're trying to reach out to you to make this thing right. Instead of you going this far, why don't you go ahead and make this thing right? Stop it, knock it off. The girl messed up. She was dead wrong. And you also heard the supervisor when he came out. He was like, he looked at the girl and said, I didn't know all these details. So that's why, you know, when I managed, I used to be like, before I got all hyped over an employee telling me a situation, I'm like, no, I need more details. No, I need some more information. No, you got to send me some proof. Before I go over here saying blah, 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 I need to be armed with all the information so that when I do speak, I speak with some knowledge and know what I'm talking about. Because the minute the cashier would have told me that they were in there, the guy was in there, and he bought 2 candy bars, and the other cashier let them leave. I would like, charge it and let's go. He done called you on FaceTime. Let's move on. I would apologize on behalf of Home Depot, myself, and my other employee. Y'all understand? That's what I would have did. So listen, guys, let me know your thoughts in this situation. In this situation, are you team Tyrese, team Home Depot, a team I don't even care? All right. Chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Don't forget to hit that like button, okay? If you're not a subscriber, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribers, welcome back. And don't forget, chat with me, and I will chat back. I'll see you in the next video.